The pagan philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche was once addressing a group of Christians, and he began by saying, "Aren't you supposed to be redeemed or something? You don't look redeemed to me. Aren't you supposed to be radiantly alive? Most of you look half dead. Could this be said of us too?" Our Lord gave the secret of radiant living. He said, "I have come that you may have life and have it more abundantly. I am the life." In the 16th chapter of St. Matthew's Gospel, he gives the formula for all who care to listen. "If anyone wishes to come after me, he must deny his very self, take up his cross, and follow me. He who would save his life will lose it, and anyone who loses his life for my sake will find it." Lord, are you serious? Say that again. "If anyone wishes to come after me, he must deny his very self and take up his cross and follow me. The one who would save their life will lose it, and the one who loses their life for my sake will find it." This is a hard saying. But my dear friends, our Lord wasn't talking only about religion. He was talking about life. Total dedication is demanded of science, of education, of the arts, of sports. When I was growing up in Ireland, a long time ago, the legend in the musical world was Margaret Burke Sheridan. She was a girl from County Mayo. Her parents had died, and she lived with the Dominican sisters in Eccles Street in Dublin for her education. She had a very beautiful voice and won every medal. At the end, she won the Gold Cup. Her father had a friend who was a member of Parliament in Westminster, and he took her to London, and she lived with Lord and Lady Birkenhead. I got to know Margaret when she retired, and she told me that she used to sing for their friends. One night, she was told a very special friend was coming, and she sang in wretched Italian, as she said, and the gentleman grabbed her and said, "What are you doing with these people? You have the loveliest sound God ever gave a human being." This was Marconi, whose mother came from Wexford. He took her to Italy, and she never came back. She became the darling of La Scala in Milan, the friend of Puccini and Toscanini and all the great ones of her day. She said to me that when she sang for the maestro in Rome, the greatest music teacher, he said to her, "Young lady, have you come to Italy to sing or to learn how to sing?" And she said, "I've come to learn how to sing." Then he said, "You must become a poor student and go and live with the other students and know the meaning of hardship." And she said to me, "I understood then the meaning of the sisters' lives in Dublin, the hardship they had to go through. When I had to do that for my art, it makes sense that men and women have to do it to find the Lord." But my dear friends, when the Lord said that I must deny myself and take up my cross, remember, we have many selves. There is my courageous self and my cowardly self. There is my generous self and my mean self. There is my brave self and my timid self. And we could go on and on. The self our Lord is talking about that I must lose is my sinful, selfish self. And the cross is what everyone on earth has to endure. The slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, Do I take them up and give them to him and suffer with him? Or do I stoically suffer alone, excluding him? Dietrich Bonhoeffer was a German theologian who taught at the Theological Union in New York. He was imprisoned for having been discovered involved in a plot to overthrow Hitler. He wrote famous letters from prison. And he said, when a human being meets Jesus Christ, there can be no coexistence. The Lord and I can't live together. He must take over. As St. Paul says, I live no longer I, it is Christ who lives in me. And unless I am willing to pay the price, and my dear friend, it isn't as great as it seems. It means that every day, every hour of every day, I try to let him take over. He has given me his Spirit to encourage me, to inspire me, to teach me, to remind me how to do things his way, with graciousness, with understanding, with compassion, with forgiveness, with love, so that I will leave the world a better place than I found it. And so I pray, O Lord, I am weak, I am foolish, I am fearful. I want you to take possession of me really and truly, so that you can live in me and shine through me in ways that I will never know. You will be given the glory. That is all that matters. God bless you.